Yes, am I audible? Everyone? Hello. Okay. So let me will start. So let me will start with please, our third chapter. As we have just started an initial topic regarding the analog to digital conversion. Okay. So we have started with the idea of like why actually that analog to digital conversion is required. Okay. And we have started with the stuff like all the real life signal which is actually available on analog mode. But whatever the data storage or data communication we are doing, it is mostly on a digital manner. So what we need to do, we must need to convert those analog signal into the digital. Okay. So these are the basic stuff that we need to understand that why analog to digital conversion is going to be required. So we have seen this process like sampling, quantization, encoding, all the stuff. We need to with this. We need to continue with that. There are some of the parameters are there. Okay, that parameter is considered as a sampling rate, sampling theorem. So sampling that I have told you, but most important stuff over here, which is considered as a sampling theorem, or the criteria related to sampling theorem. Sampling rate we can simply identify by 1 by TS. So TS is nothing but what is the sampling time. So how much time you are giving between two samples, that is sampling time. And if you take a frequency, so 1 by TS, you will get a frequency. Now once you will get a sampling frequency, then it is deciding like whether this sampling frequency is proper or not. That is going to identified by the sampling theorem. Now what sampling theorem is going to tell us? Sampling theorem is going to tell us that. Hello. Yes, Dax. So sampling theorem will tell us like whenever you do the sampling, okay. So sampling is always is going to be greater than, or we can say twice of greater than your actual input frequency or your whatever your analog frequency. It's always going to be greater than that. Yes. So sampling frequency always going to be a minimum double than your input frequency. So what is the meaning of that? For that, first we will see what are the different type of sampling. So first sampling is considered as ideal sampling. Well, in ideal sampling, what we can expect, like there are a spike of the signals are there, short spike. Okay, so that's considered as ideal sampling. But it is very difficult to create such type of this spike in a real life. So we can say there are analog sampling we have, natural sampling we have, which is going to be change the amplitude of a square pulse. Whatever the square pulse of the amplitude is going to change based on the analog signal amplitude change. Okay, so if it is going in slanting manner, so their square wave is also generating at that slanting manner. So that's considered as a natural sampling. While what is a flat top sampling? Flat top sampling, it's having like signal is going to be a fixed squared pulse. It's not a slanted like a natural, but it's a fixed square pulse. So it will you can consider like that in flat top sampling. Whatever the generator you are attached with your sample, like one frequency generator we required that is going to associate with your input channel. So that generator is it's going to generating a fixed width of the square pulse, and the amplitude of the square pulse is going to vary as per the analog signal you are giving. आप जैसा एनालॉग सिग्नल उसमें फीड कर रहे हो उस हिसाब से वो स्क्वायर पल्स के जो ड्यूरेशन होगा उसका एम्पलीट्यूड हायर या लोअर इस तरह से वेरी करेगा. So that's considered as a flat top sampling. So ideal, natural, and flat top sampling. This is a type of sampling we have. Going to the, I can say, Nyquist criteria or sampling theorem. what are the things we have like over here it is considered like this is a band, like bandwidth you all of you know. Like if we can say what do you mean by bandwidth? It's a maximum frequency minus minimum frequency. And if you compare two type of the frequency, two type of the band, so you can say there is a first signal, we can say first diagram which is shown over here, consider as a low pass signal. Why it is called as a low pass signal? Because up to some frequency, starting from minimum to maximum, the lower frequency band is going to pass. Now, considering the bandwidth, it's always in terms of like referencing. If you're saying like that, I'm generating a low pass filter of 10 hertz, or we can say 10 kilohertz. So 0 to 10 kilohertz is a low pass band. If I'm saying that high pass band I'm generating after the 10 kilohertz. So what you can say 0 to 10 kilohertz there are no frequency pass, but after 10 kilohertz frequency going to be pass. So that 10 kilohertz is always going to be reference. Like with respect to which maximum frequency below band or higher band you are allowing to pass. That's considered as a band that you are selecting either low pass or high pass. While what is a band pass signal? A specific range. Like you are allowing a frequency between, let's say, 5 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz. So below to 5 kilohertz, signal will not pass. Above the 10 kilohertz, signal will not pass. So only the signal pass between 5 to 10. So if such type of the criteria or such type of the definition you are given, like from this band to this band, only the signal pass, that's considered as a band pass. But if you take a single reference frequency like 10 kilohertz, so what is the low pass filter? Below to 10 kilohertz, all signal pass. Below to 10 kilohertz, no signal will pass in a low pass band. What is a high pass band? Above the 10 kilohertz signal will be passed, and below to 10 kilohertz signal is not passed. Is my voice coming to all of you properly? Because it's voice cracking, that system.
Yes, sir. Now it is okay.
Now it's okay. So these are the stuff we have: band pass, low pass, high pass. Now, what is a Nyquist criteria? Nyquist criteria is identified by looking to the recovery of those frequency. Let's say you are having some sinusoidal wave which is draw as in a part A. So whatever the sinusoidal wave shown over here in a part A, you are taking a sampling frequency, let's say twice of that. Now what do you mean by twice of f? You can say if your signal having the 1 kilohertz, frequency having the 1 kilohertz. So what is your sampling frequency over here? 2 kilohertz. Now what do you mean by 2 kilohertz? Like in one cycle of sinusoidal wave, 2 samples you have. So that's considered as a Harsh Majitia. You have shared your Marwar University ID. What I need to do with that? I think he has shared some Marwar. Oh, sorry. I think that it's joined from that login ID. It's okay. Okay. So I can say, what is the meaning of twice of frequency? Like you can say in your 1 kilohertz of the sinusoidal wave in one cycle, there are 2 samples are there. So that's considered as a Fs equal to 2f. If you can say Fs equal to 4f, then in a one cycle, there are 4 samples are there. That's considered as a Fs equal to 4f. What do you mean by Fs equal to f? Like in one cycle, probably there are going to be a 1 sample. Okay, or we can say less than 1 sample. So over here, 3 examples given. Nyquist rate equal to Fs equal to 2f. So 2 samples are there. One is higher, one is lower. Similarly in 4f, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you go with Fs equal to f, so we can say whatever the period you are expecting, like from here to here, 1 sample. From we can say between here to here, only 1 sample. After that, from this cycle to this cycle, there are 1 sample. So in complete 1 cycle, there are less than 1 or 1 sample you have in Fs equal to that. Now, what happened when you taking a recovery of the signal? आप सोचिए कि आपने एनालॉग टू डिजिटल कन्वर्जन कर दिया. You have done this analog to digital conversion. Now, if you want to retrieve it, अगर आपको फिर से रिट्राइव करना है तो कैसे करोगे? जो भी डिजिटल डेटा था उसका रिवर्स प्रोसेस करोगे, लाइक जो भी आपका 3 3 या 4 4 बीट का सीक्वेंस था उस हिसाब से आप फिर से वो सिग्नल को प्लॉट करना चालू करोगे. लाइक फर्स्ट सिग्नल इज लेट्स से 0 0 0. Like if I go with that, like whenever you can say you are going to recover it. So how you will recover it? Whatever the data you have, according to that you are creating such type of the staircase signal, and after the staircase signal generated you will pass with some electronic circuit and original that signal you try to recover. That's the standard process we have to retrieve that. Now by considering that stuff, if you can say if you are having a two sample, so probable signal going to received after that, it will be look like this one. Depend on the two samples you have. So यहाँ पे साइनोसॉइडल वेव तो नहीं मिला, बट लेकिन आपका मैक्सिमम एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है, मिनिमम एम्पलीट्यूड क्या है, फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है, whatever the basic parameter you have, that you have retrieve it back. If your sampling frequency is 2f or sampling frequency is 4f. अगर twice या twice से ज्यादा अगर आपका सैंपलिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी है, मतलब कि एक साइकिल में मिनिमम 2 सैंपल या 2 से ज्यादा सैंपल आप ले रहे हो, तो आप ओरिजिनल उसके जो भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है वो सब आप रिट्राइव कर सकते हो. लेकिन अगर वो नहीं है, so you can see such type of the probable signal generated which is totally different than the original that we have fitted. So what Nyquist criteria will tell us, like if you want to convert your analog to digital signal properly, आपको minimum twice of the frequency 2 sample तो एक cycle में लेने ही लगे. So it's considered as like fs equal to greater than or equal to twice of f. 2 सैंपल तो चाहिए, 2 से जितने ज्यादा है ठीक है, लेकिन 2 सैंपल तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. That's the Nyquist criteria is going to all about. Is it okay? So over here there are stuff, or we can say there are recovery and aliasing type of the stuff we have. So what we can say, if you are having a adequate sample signal, आपके पास इतने सारे sample है, so you can say there are a proper signal that you can retrieve it back. लेकिन अगर आपके पास वो नहीं है, so we can say if there are a few samples are there, so you have fed something else, output will be something else. So अगर आप few sample ले रहे हो, so you can say your original signal will be having a higher frequency, but whatever the signal you will retrieve, it is going to something else. Okay, तो अगर आप ऐसा कुछ ट्राई करते हो कि ये स्क्वायर, ये ट्रायंगुलर वेव की जगह पे आप कुछ एलियासिंग सर्किट लगाओ जो आपको फिर से साइनोसॉइडल शेप में आपका सिग्नल रिट्राइव करे, तो अगर आपके पास अंडर सैंपलिंग सिग्नल है तो आप कितना भी वो एलियासिंग करो, आपको ओरिजिनल सिग्नल रिट्राइव नहीं मिलेगा. So sampling frequency always equal to 2s or greater than of the 2s. That's the standard thing we do. So over here there are this is the same thing that I have told you, like this is a considered as a quantization. As I have told you, quantization क्या होता है? Quantization is nothing but you are chopping your signal into the horizontally. So whatever your sinusoidal wave, you are giving their appropriate that voltage value, and ultimately you are generating some staircase wave type of the signal, and whatever the amplitude of those staircase and equivalent to that voltage, you are going to generate their equivalent voltage value, or we can say equivalent digital value of that particular sample signal. So if you are using a 2-bit sampler, 2-bit quantization, so such type of the staircase generate. If you take a 3-bit, so we can say there are such type of the staircase generate. Now over here there are always kind of the satisfactory, or we can say trade-off between them. आप sampling 10 गुना कर रहे हो. Okay, you are taking your sampling frequency 10 times, but you are decoding it with only with 2-bit. So we can say this is also not a good analog to digital conversion. ठीक है? या फिर आप ऐसा कर रहे हो कि sampling frequency आप twice ही ले रहे हो, but आप decode उसको 8 bit से कर रहे हो. You are doing a quantization with 8 bit. It is also not good. So if you want to convert appropriate एनालॉग सिग्नल इनटू डिजिटल के उसकी जो भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है वो सब आप रिट्राइव करना चाहते हो, तो आपको अच्छा सैंपलिंग भी करना पड़ेगा. यू कैन से यू नीड टू डू द हायर रेट ऑफ सैंपलिंग आल्सो, as well as you need to use the higher data rate or higher quantization level also you want to choose. तो अगर आप 8 बीट का सैम्पलिंग या क्वांटाइजेशन कर रहे हो 8 बीट का, तो सैम्पलिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी ट्वाइस करने से नहीं चलेगा, वो आपको 10, 20, 30, 40 ऐसा करना पड़ेगा, तब जाके आपको प्रॉपर वो अच्छा हाई डेफिनेशन ऑडियो मिलेगा. इफ यू हैव हर्ड दिस थिंग, आई डोंट नो यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग और नॉट, if you hear a Savan, Jio Savan, have you heard Jio Savan? In Jio Savan, there is advertisement came. Like if you are going with the pro version, it will give you such type of the high quality music. If you are going with the another lower version, it will give you some, and they will play the audio also. Like without pro आपको ऐसा sound मिलेगा. अगर आप pro कर ले हो तो ऐसा sound. तो ये क्या difference कर रहा है? It's nothing but they are playing with this sampling and this quantizing. Like whatever the app you are developing, if you are having this type of the you can say money that you have paid, so this feature is going to attract. So you can say how the high quality sound going to generate it. It's all about how your analog signal converted into the digital. Why in a HD movie, or we can say why in some 4K movie, there are sound is also great. But if you go with the normal movie and you are purchasing with the DVD, like I don't know that whether you have gone through that stage, but एक DVD में 5 मूवी आते थे. अगर आपने 5 मूवी आते थे और वो पायरेटेड DVD लेके आओ, DVD में लगाओ और सब. तो एक्चुअली वो मूवी तो अगर आप ब्लू रे या HD में देखने जाओ तो वो 4 GB का एक मूवी होता, बट वो 4 GB की DVD में 5 मूवी लगते हैं, तो उसका साउंड क्वालिटी भी ऐसा रहेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि उसका डिजिटल कन्वर्जन ही ऐसा है. So that's the difference. Like what is high quality, what is low quality. पहले हम ढूंढने जाते हैं लाइक चाइना के ऐसे DVD प्लेयर आता, तो उसका क्या मार्केटिंग स्लोगन था कि लाइक DVD आप 50 रुपए वाली चढ़ाओ, लेकिन आपको इफेक्ट HD वाला मिलेगा. तो ऐसे DVD की प्राइस ज्यादा होती थी. CD आप कोई भी पायरेटेड चलाओ, बट वो सब क्वालिटी सराउंडिंग साउंड मिले. So that's all stuff. So that's after that. This diagram already we have discussed in last lecture. Like what is the quantization, how it is going to convert it, and all the stuff. Now, what do we mean by quantization noise? Okay, quantization noise is nothing but like you are identifying, like what is your actual signal, what is your actual amplitude of signal, and how the amplitude you are giving to them. Like यहाँ पे हमने देखा था ना, like you can say your signal is nearby 1.22, but you are assigning the value of 1.5. So we can say normalized error will be 0.38. So likewise, if you plot like whatever your analog signal you have, ultimately you have converted into such type of the staircase based signal. So to achieving to their actual value and the assigned value, there are some error is there, quantization error we can say. So that quantization error will be like this. And why this is 0.0 to 0.5 and 1? Because it is quantized in that manner. Like it is going to quantize, like if you say 0 to 1, so how many layers are between them? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so if you can say there are a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 layer are there. So overall this 1 is divided into the 4. So 0.25, 0.25. So that error never going to maximum than 0.5. Wow, 0.25 के बीच में ही रहेगा, क्योंकि दो सैंपल के बीच का डिस्टेंस ही आपका 0.25. So that's why your quantization error is between 0.25 to 0.20 minus 0.25. Okay, so that's going to consider as a quantization error plot with respect to that original and quantized signal. So over here now it is also going to present over here like SNR in dB 0.6.02 NB plus 1.76 equal to 40. So what it will overall tell you that how many voltage level actually that you have represented. So there are equation is there, like how the round trade-off that you are taking, and according to that, like to testing the initial stuff, like आप ऐसा कर रहे हो कि आप एनालॉग डिजिटल कन्वर्जन की चिप बना रहे हो, your voice is still cracking. It is a problem with the same. मैं यहाँ पे मारवाड़ी का लैंड लगा के बैठा हूँ, पता नहीं है क्यों क्रैक हो रहा है ना, क्रैकिंग. Is it coming to everyone voice cracking, or it is with the 1 or 2 people? Hello. We crack or clear?
No, sir, the voice is clear.
Voice is clear. चलिए ठीक है, चेक करिए अपने साइड से इंटरनेट कनेक्शन. ओके. So whenever you deciding your digital conversion, आप चिप बना रहे हो. So whenever you feeding a input signal, you are testing it with that. Like कितनी quantization error आ रही है, and according to that how the signal generated, and it is also added with that, like how to retrieve it back, और जो हमने original लिखा था conversion होके क्या difference हो रहा है. So how we need to get this. So these are the some of the stuff we have. Okay. Now over here, there are some of the question is there. Let's say we want to digitize our human voice. Okay. So what is a beat rate? Assuming there are a 8 beat per sample. तो कितने voltage level हो गए यहाँ पे? 256. 8 is equal to 2 raised to 8, 256. So we can say there are 256 quantization level is there. So human voice normally contains the frequency from 0 to 4000 hertz. We have learned about 0 to 20 kilohertz, but normally that we are not generating a music and all the stuff. Like आप यहाँ से संतूर को मुंह से बजा नहीं सकते हो, पियानो नहीं बजा सकते हो. So we can say it is come nearly about 4 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz you can say. The rest of the voice is related to instrument that you can hear. But in terms of speaking, we are assuming that it is a 0 to 4 kilohertz. So we are having a sampling rate. First of all, minimum sampling rate आप दो यहाँ पे assume कर रहे हो. Sampling rate is equal to 4000 multiplied by 2. So there are 8000 samples generated in a 1 second. Okay. Now each sample having 8 bit. So 8000 multiplied by 8. So we can say there are a 64 kbps, which is a beat rate that actually you require to digitize your voice. तो आप एक सैंपल एक जो भी आपका 4 किलोहर्ट्ज का सिग्नल है उसमें आप 8 किलोहर्ट्ज का सैंपलिंग कर रहे हो. You are taking a Nyquist criteria minimum 2. So 4000 multiplied by 2, 8 samples. और हर एक सैंपल का कितना बीट है 8. So that's the 64 kbps. Now if you want to further clear your voice very effectively or in terms of high quality in manner, you need to increase your samples. So अगर आप सैंपल 2 की जगह पे 4 कर देते हो तो overall your sampling rate is increased by 2 also. So we can say whatever the number of sampling you are doing increasing, your data rate is going to require higher. So that's the simple stuff we have. What is beat rate? Sampling rate multiplied by number of beats per sample. So कितने sample आप ले रहे हो और हर एक sample को कितने beat दे रहे हो, that is considered as a beat rate. Simple equation. Next we have, which is going to be a to D conversion where there is a uniform versus non-uniform quantization. So what is the meaning of that uniform and non-uniform quantization in terms of A to D conversion? Like you can also vary your frequency. You can also vary your frequency as per the whatever the required frequency you are feeding. Okay, so you can say uniform quantization. It means you are giving a fix twice of fs. That's the fix sampling rate you are using. But or we can say fixed data that quantization level you are giving. In terms of non-uniform quantization, it is not fixed. Like हर एक sample के बीच का आप distance fix कर रहे हो. It is not going to fix in manner. You are saying it in vary. Let's say in logarithmic manner. So for the lower, आपको पता है कि आपका voice जो भी है वो इतने से इतने amplitude के आगे जाएगा ही नहीं. तो वो amplitude पे आप maximum quantization level दे रहे हो. उसके ऊपर you will just getting a different spacing. So what is actually happened? Whatever this spacing we are choosing, if we are making this fixed, तो ये कैसा होगा example uniform. और अगर हम ये uniform ना करो, मुझे पता चला कि मेरा voice ये voltage level के बीच में ही आ रहा है. So I'm making a multiple level over here, while rest of the level distance I'm making it higher. So that's considered as a variable quantization. So what over here it says, like compounding, it means it's reducing the instantaneous voltage. Yes, Rajvi. Okay. So compounding means reducing the instantaneous voltage amplitude for the large values. Or expanding, it means there is the opposite side. So you give the variable voltages for the different samples. Like हर एक को same जैसा नहीं, but variable. So that's the one thing. When you go with the reverse process, now this is a PCM encoder we have discussed, analog to digital conversion. Now over here there is a decoder, PCM decoder, pulse coded modulation decoder, which will regenerate the analog signal again. Now how it will generate the signal again? You need to give the digital data. It will make and connect samples. तो उसको पता होगा कि like ये 3 बीट में सैंपल किया होगा. So what it will do, whatever that 3 beat is there, it is generating a such type of the staircase signal. And once staircase signal is going to generate, you need to pass it through the low pass filter. So there is a capacitor transistor based circuit is there. So if you pass it through that, whatever signal you have sampled, it is again going to generate it back. So in analog to digital, you require a sample quantization encoder, while in digital to analog, what you require, like make and connect samples, you need to generate a staircase, then you pass it through low pass filter, and again your analog signal. So there is a both side process. Analog to digital karo, digital to analog. जब भी वो analog signal, जब भी आपका you can say whatever you speaking right now, it is converting from analog to digital in my laptop. But whenever you are hearing from your mobile phone, it is generating from digital to analog. And both devices work separately. It's not like that. यहाँ पे PCM है तो वहाँ पे PCM. It's work differently. But you must match. What is the data that you are assigning for that sample? That data you must need to follow at the end. आप डिवाइस अलग अलग कर सकते हो, बट वो सैंपल में जो हुआ था वो stream of data you need to fix it. Another example is there like delta modulation technique. Now what is a delta modulation technique? It is generating or retrieving those data or converting your analog to digital data by observing their consecutive amplitude. बहुत सारे लोगों को नींद आ रही है सोने की कगार पे. I know that. ऑनलाइन में तो पता नहीं लोग आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं लेफ्ट हो रहे हैं आ रहे हैं पता नहीं क्या है, बट ठीक है. It happens. मॉर्निंग का लेक्चर, शाम को पबजी खेला होगा. पबजी खेल रहे हो? पबजी पबजी नहीं, क्या बात कर रहे हो? यंग जनरेशन में पबजी बंद. हाँ वो मोदी साहब ने बंद कर दिया ना. लाइक घूम तो लिया, लेकिन वो जो लोग क्रेजी थे ना पबजी के पीछे, वो थोड़ा कम हो गया है. I have heard one of the student in one of the college in Rajkot, वो इतना एडिक्शन उसको, उसके पास लैपटॉप मोबाइल था, वो लेक्चर में ना आए, क्लास में ना आए, हॉस्टल पे बैठे बैठे पबजी पूरा दिन पबजी पबजी पबजी. तो फेल हो गया तो घर पे फोन किया कि आपके बेटे को फेल किया. तो फेल क्यों किया? वो तो हर रोज कॉलेज जाता है. ऐसे बाद में पता चला कि एक रूम से बाहर ही नहीं निकलता और इतना एडिक्शन हो गया इसको, तो लैपटॉप और मोबाइल ले लिया उसके पापा ने और सर को दे दिया, ये रखो. तो इतना फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, इट्स गोइंग एट द स्टेज ऑफ सुसाइड. और स्ट्रेस में इतना है तो मेंटल डॉक्टर से उसका साइकेट्रिस्ट से पूरा उसका रिपेयरिंग करना पड़ा. लाइक पीपल, like young people like you are become very short tempered in a nowadays, like whatever the youngsters that you are that entering into the engineering college are very short tempered. आप थोड़ा उसको बोल दो ना, अरे ऐसा कैसे मेरे को बोल दिया, मैं फी पे करता हूँ, आप मुझे बोल ही नहीं सकते हो. एक लड़की थी हमारे यहाँ पे इसी में, तो ये 4-5 साल की पहले की बात है, तो तब भी लड़के इतने और लड़कियां इतनी शॉर्ट टेम्पर. तो मैं लैब ले रहा हूँ, सब हार्डवेयर में सब समझा रहा हूँ, सब बच्चे सुन रहे हैं. लड़के ऐसे टहलते टहलते अंदर आए और मैं क्यों लेट आई, क्योंकि हाउ डेयर यू टू आस्क मी दिस क्वेश्चन. मुझे बोल रहा है ये 4 या 5 साल मेरे से बड़ी है, तो मैं चिल्लाऊंगी कैसे इसके. जस्ट अ सेकंड. Yeah. So come to class and how dare you ask me this question? I'm paying the fees. I will come whenever I will write. ભાઈ ઠીક છે બેસો, મેં બીજું તો શું. પછી સબમિશન આવ્યું, કર્યું ના હોય કઈ. mark na apya. That's I am the owner. You have paid me the fees. I have given you the lectures. You are not submitted, so I have a right to decide ना. ऐसा थोड़ी ना हो सकता है, ऐसा ऐसा किसी को फेल नहीं कर दिया, फेल जाओ बताओ किस जिसको बताना है, हेड के पास ऊपर सब फेल किया, बाद में उसके पापा सब लोग आ रहे हैं, क्यों सर आप फेल कर रहे हो, आपकी लड़की मेरे पे मुझे गुलाम समझ रही है, ये तेरे को फी, कैसे वो मेरे जेब में हर महीने फी डाल के जाते हैं, सर ये लो फी आपका मेहनताना मेरे बच्ची को, ऐसा बिहेवियर थोड़ी ना चलता है, आप इसके आपके टीचर को ऐसा बोलते हो, सब बताए उसके पेरेंट्स को, बोले पेरेंट्स भी बोले सॉरी सर हम माफी मांग रहे हैं, उसके बाद वो क्लास में हेलो सर, कभी कभी शॉर्ट टेम्पर उसको लगता है लाइक आई एम कंट्रोलिंग एवरीथिंग, बट कीप कूल माइंड, थोड़ी थोड़ी छोटी 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 बातों पे सब शॉर्ट टेम्पर ऐसा नहीं, यहाँ पे लैब में भी कुछ किसको 10 में से 8 मार्क दे दिए, हाउ यू कैन गिव द 8 मार्क्स, ए भाई there are 150 mark of IA, then 50 mark of Viva, 25 mark of another term work, ESE के 100 मार्क है, 1000 मार्क में से 2 मार्क, plus still 99.999, और इसके ऊपर थोड़ा तुम्हारा कोई ऐसा गोल्ड मेडल मिलने वाला है, इट्स ओके यू कैन आस्क लाइक ठीक है मार्क कम हो गए लेकिन एक दो मार्क के लिए फैकल्टी के ऊपर चिल्ला रहे हो, हाउ यू कैन गिव मी द 1 मार्क लेस, सो थोड़ा फैकल्टी के भी रहम करो, थोड़ा कभी कभी आते हैं मेरे पे भी बहुत सारे, कुछ क्लासेस में था ना, आप मुझे बताओ कहाँ पे मेरा 1 मार्क आपने काटा, इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, दे आर बट ओके, so in a delta modulation what it is, yes please, hello please. So what are in the delta modulation? Delta modulation is a new technique. Rather than to giving such sample and quantization, what it will decide? It will decide depend on the, I can say progressive increment. So you can say you are starting, let's say initially with the 0. So if your analog signal is going to rise from that level, like you pick up a one particular level, and from that level, if your next amplitude of your signal, if it is going to rise, if it is going to rise, then you give the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and so on. So ultimately what you are doing, you are comparing this level with the previous level. कि भाई हमारे पास ये level है, इसका amplitude previous से ज़्यादा है या कम है. If it is higher, then you give 1. If it is lower, then you can 0. So you can compare it over here. Like when you come to the next amplitude, what you compare? Whatever the amplitude of this sample or whatever the quantization level of this, whether it is higher or lower, अगर वो lower है तो now you start with giving a 0, 0, 0, 0. So increment of your analog amplitude is considered as a 1, 1, 1, 1 and so on. Decrement of the signal is considered from 0, 0, 0 like that. So when you see the 1, 0 and 1, you can say your signal is getting rise. When you see the strings of 0, you can consider signal is going to fall. So likewise, you are not giving a specific 3-3 bit, but in terms of the zeros and ones, you are actually giving their rise or fall. So rather than to giving a fixed 3-3 bit, over here number of bit is going to reduce. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे हर एक सैंपल पे आपको 3-3 बीट देना पड़ता था, उसकी जगह पे आपको सिर्फ उसका राइज या फॉल 0 या 1 ही बताना है. So now if you increase your sample, like यहाँ पे आपने सैम्पलिंग कम किया था और क्वांटाइजेशन बीट भी आपको sufficiently small में सब काम हो रहा है, so now you can increase your sampling. Sampling अगर आपने ज्यादा कर दिया, it will be stuff like that. Previously you are doing a sampling of, let's say, fs equal to twice f, but with this technique, same amount of the data, same amount of the quantization data, you can generate for fs equal to 6 times f. आप 3 times ज्यादा सैंपलिंग कर सकते हो इतने ही क्वांटाइजेशन लेवल पे. क्यों? क्योंकि वहां पे हर एक सैंपल के लिए आपको 3-3 बीट देना पड़ता था, यहाँ पे 3 स्टेयरकेस पे आपको एक 3 बीट पे आपके 3 सैंपल निपट जाएंगे. So you can say like if you going with the stuff of delta modulation, so number of beat is going to require less as compared to the normal sampling PCM. It is how it will retrieve back then. It will also retrieve back then as a same comparative study. Like you can say you give the analog signal as a comparator, And whatever the output you are there, you are making a staircase of that, and you are making a delay. Like you are making 1 bit delay and compare it with the previous. And depend on that, you are generating a digital. So that's the generating part, as I have told you, comparator. So you are having a staircase maker, delay unit, and comparator, and generating a digital data from analog. While whenever it is retrieve it back, it is the same stuff. Like what you need to do, whatever the data you have, from that you need to make a staircase. आपको staircase बनाना है, delay unit के हिसाब से अगर आप higher या lower आप beat करते जा रहे हो, and whatever the staircase generated over here, you need to pass it through the low pass filter. जैसे आपने PCM में किया था, वहां पे भी staircase थी, यहाँ पे भी staircase है. So this unit, staircase maker and delay unit, is responsible for regenerating those analogs. Okay. So two techniques we have, PCM and the delta. Okay. Now we are going to come up with, so how analog to digital, digital to analog conversion, we have discussed. Now over here, we are coming for the next topic, named as the transmission modes. Okay. So there are two type of the data transmission modes are there, parallel and serial. While in serial also asynchronous, synchronous, isosynchronous. So first of all, what do you mean by this different mode, parallel and serial? Now what do you mean by parallel? Consider that whatever the digital data you are generating, like यहाँ पे अगर आप ऐसा consider करो कि you are doing a PCM, क्या PCM कर रहे हो? So हर एक sample से 3 bit generate हो रहे. Now how this 3 bit you are giving to the other circuit or you are giving to the other side? How you are giving, either in parallel or serial? So parallel meaning of that, it will be look like this one. Whatever your sender is there and receiver, whatever the data generated from sender, let's say there are 8 data generated. So such 8 individual cables are connected with the receiver. So जितने डेटा जनरेट हो रहा है उतने ही केबल आप ट्रांसमीटर और रिसीवर, सेंडर और रिसीवर के बीच में लगा रहे हैं. So that's considered as a parallel transmission, while 8 bit are sent together. तो एक पर्टिकुलर सेकंड में करो, आपके 8 बिट यहाँ से यहाँ चले, दूसरे सेकंड में फिर से वो 8 बिट यहाँ से करो. So likewise, parallel transmission we have, so we require the 8 lines. Where such type of the parallel transmission going to be used is mostly used when you have a short distance communication. Like आप ये डेक्स like I can say .NET printer आता था. Like अभी भी वो प्रिंटर आप अगर कोई बैंक में जाओ तो वहां पे बैंक में आपको देखने को मिलेगा वो जो पूरा वो बैंक स्टेटमेंट निकालते हो टट 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 करके ऐसा. So over that there are a huge cable is there is connected between your PC and is this printer. So that's the parallel type of the communication. Right now in your we can say in your day-to-day life, in your home printer, now it is a USB. So that USB come under the serial communication. Okay, so depend on that, like which type of the communication, which technology that they are offering, what is the specification of those device, depend on that, either parallel or serial communication is used. They're all having their own advantages and disadvantages also, but that is a basic example that you can relate. Like right now in your, I can say between your RAM, or we can say RAM and your CPU, there are parallel communications. It's not serial. Okay, whenever you connect any motherboard with any hard disk or like that, so there are such big size of the wire is there, very wide strip of the wire is, and you are connecting to your any ROM or CPU, like so. That's the parallel communication. And why it is required best? Because we require high speed as well as there are a distance is lower. So whenever distance is lower, the loss happening in that cable is also lower. If you are considered like that, I'm spreading a 10 meter of parallel cable, so there are a maximum loss is going to happen. So it is not suitable for such large distance communication. So distance is smaller as well as you require fast communication, parallel is going to be suitable for that. What is the serial transmission? Serial transmission is there. Whatever the 8 bit of data you have, you need to convert from parallel to serial first. And then those data transmit through the serial one by one through the one wire. And again, it is going to convert from serial to parallel. So can you tell me what are the basic digital circuit I require to do such type of the thing? मेरे पास parallel data आ रहा है. उसको मुझे सीरियल में कन्वर्ट करना है और दूसरी साइड सीरियल पैरेलल में कन्वर्ट करना है. Do you remember any name of such digital device that can do such type of things? Yes? What? No? Anyone from online, offline? Hello? Any idea? If you have heard about the registers, what about the registers? Counter registers. So that is at the end of your digital electronic subject. Name is a register. Session number 27 or 28, something or 26 or 27 is there. So registers is nothing but there are a serial in parallel out register, parallel in serial out register, serial in serial out register, parallel in parallel out register. So this register is nothing but made up of bunch of flip-flops. So there are a cascaded flip-flops are there which will combine each other, connected with one by one in cascading manner, and it will work as a such type of the parallel to serial converter or serial to parallel converter. So it's nothing but if you are having a 8-bit, so it's a 8-bit register circuit, it's not register, parallel to serial register, serial to parallel register. That is a circuit actually used to do such type of. Okay. So now there is a parallel and serial communication we have. Okay. Now in serial communication, as I have told you, there are three type of the communication is there: synchronous, asynchronous, and isosynchronous. So what is the asynchronous communication? Like you are creating a specific type of the frame, okay, in which there are some start beat are there are some stop beat are there, and in between there are some data is going to be there, okay. And we can say between a such type of the 8-bit of frame, you are having a gap. Gap, it means there are no signal. There are a void region is there. So why there is a asynchronous transmission is required? Because you don't know like what is your receiver and what is your transmitter. It's working on which particular clock you don't know. But you have created your frame in such a manner that they are having a 8-bit of data encapsulated with zeros and one. And between two packets, there are a specific time of the gap is there. So whenever receiver will wake up, whenever a sender will give the data, and whenever it is reached to the receiver, receiver will identify whether it is starting with the 0. So I can say yes, it is starting with the 0. Then I need to count for 8 beats. So अगर पहला बीट 0 आता है तो मुझे क्या पता करना है? तो अभी 8 बीट आएंगे और after the 8 beat 1 will came, so my packet is going to receive. तो मेरे 8 बीट यहाँ पे मिल गए, 0 और 1 में रिमूव करके बाकी के जो 8 बीट हो गए वो मैं पैरेलल टू serial to parallel में convert कर दूंगा. That's type of the algorithm is there. And after getting a 1, I am having a void region. मतलब कि थोड़ी देर के लिए मुझे कोई डेटा नहीं मिलेगा. There are some zero voltage is there. Nothing will be came. Okay, and after that specific period of time, again 0 will come, and again I need to start converting the process from serial to parallel converter. So such type of the mechanism is there in both of the side where such zeros and one encapsulated data generated. In between there are 8 bit of data, and between two packets there are a void gap is there. And receiver and sender will generate such data, and receiver will decode that same information. So that's the asynchronous where you are not sharing any clock in between them. दोनों के बीच में कोई क्लॉक आप सेट नहीं कर रहे, आप यहाँ पे पैकेट जनरेट करके भेज रहे हो, वो वहां पे सेम एल्गोरिथम से वो पैकेट वहां पे डिकोड कर रहा है. That's the stuff. While we can say in asynchronous, either it's not just limited to one frame, only 8 bit. It is having a multiple bit frame also, like 8 bit की 5 frame एक साथ भेज रहा है, 10 frame भेज रहा है, and in between them there are gap is there. So either there are one frame or multiple frame, multiple bunch of data created in a single frame. That is also going to be possible in the asynchronous. While we can say in synchronous, what we have, like it is just missed over here. What is happening in synchronous? In synchronous, during the same stuff, there are a clock is going to set. It means आप दो केबल लगा रहे हो, and the same thing it is happening in your USB also right now. Okay, if you have seen your USB, there are four pins are there. If you have seen, there are four, I can say golden color of the pins are there. If you see any USB, so there are four pin which is given for voltages, zeros and one, voltage high, voltage low, serial data in, serial data out, simultaneous to bidirectional communication. You can say. So what is going to be happen? Like it will set a clock, or we can say it will share the clock between sender and receiver. कि अगर आपके पास सेंडर है रिसीवर है तो एक डेडिकेटेड आप लिंक दे रहे हो किसके लिए, क्लॉक शेयरिंग के लिए, कि दोनों का टाइमिंग सेम रहना चाहिए. यहाँ पे 1:01, यहाँ पे 1:01. दैट सिंक्रोनाइजेशन मस्ट बी देयर. एंड सेकंड लिंक इज डेडिकेटेड फॉर डेटा ट्रांसफर. तो वो यहाँ पे भेजेगा कि लाइक अगर अब यहाँ पे मैंने 1 मिनट 1 सेकंड पे ये पैकेट भेजा है और ये पैकेट इतनी साइज का है, इतना डिस्टेंस है, तो मतलब कि ये इतनी सेकंड के बाद यहाँ पे पहुंच ही जाएगा. So at the receiver side, you also having that synchronizing manner, like after the second, I'm receiving my first packet, then the second. So there are a stream of data is going to transmit continuously, and there are no such start, beat, stop, beat, gap. It is not required to send. तो ये जो गैप और ये जो एनकैप्सुलेशन आप सब कर रहे हो, एक्स्ट्रा बीट आप दे रहे हो, वो देने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. क्यों? क्योंकि आप क्लॉक दोनों साइड सेट कर रहे हो in synchronous manner, and you are sending a continuous beat to them. So that's considered as a synchronous transmission. Okay, in asynchronous transmission, you need to create such type of the framing. While in synchronous, no, you are having a one clock reference, and with respect to that clock, continuous signal is going to, continuous data is going to transfer. While what is isosynchronous, it is a counter. For initiating the session, you are setting the clock. Okay, as a synchronous gap. कम्युनिकेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है उसके पहले आप सिंक्रोनस करके आप दोनों साइड क्लॉक सेट कर रहे हो. Once clock is going to reach or that information reach to both of the side, you will start with the asynchronous transmission. So if you are combining both of them, synchronous and asynchronous, that's considered as isosynchronous. तो कुछ टाइम के लिए वो synchronous है, कुछ टाइम के लिए isosynchronous. समझ में आ रहा है सबको या फिर सब ऊपर से जा रहा है ये? क्या बोल रहे हो भी, क्योंकि 3-4 लेक्चर का पहले तो पूछ रहा हूँ, पता है नहीं, तो बोलोगे भाई व्हाट इज डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन, सब ऐसे देखेंगे. कुछ तो था. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डिफरेंस बिटवीन डेटा एंड सिग्नल? व्हाट इज नाइक्विस्ट क्राइटेरिया? अभी पढ़ा लेकिन बट थोड़ा पढ़िए, ये सब पीपीटी पढ़ते रहिए तो अच्छा. और इतना डिफिकल्ट आपको डायग्राम देख के भी पता चलेगा भाई ये. So that's it. 53 is there, and no need to just go with the next, which is named as a digital to digital conversion, signal element, and baud rate, and there are huge stuff that we are going NRZ, RZ, unipolar, but we will discuss it on our next lecture. So now, if you want to having any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can write your enrollment number and you can go. I'm done from my side. If you have a question, you can please ask.